can't. And so they go out and they need to feed their child and they don't have money. So you maybe have to, they're put in a position where they feel like they either need to shoplift some bread or go hungry that night.
A few years later.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. That's what I'm talking about. Rest well, Eddie. Rest well, Eddie. Uh-oh, look, here come more people. Let's go. Niggas going crazy. Go on, boy. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, me too. Me too. This one got to look.
Bros, all this cops coming.
Oh yeah, the cops coming.
We got meatball outside.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, there were a bunch of hungry young scholars last night who decided to go out and to loot and steal from various businesses across Philadelphia after a BLM protest. And again, some of this footage went viral. I showed you guys at the beginning of this video of some of these young scholars breaking into what appears to be a liquor store, right? Because again, they're hungry, right? They're hungry. They want something to eat, right? That's the narrative that comes from the left. People like AOC who excuse this type of despicable behavior and has contributed to the culture of being soft on crime and allowing criminals to be agents of chaos in these cities. Something that we have seen ever since the death of George Floyd, that essentially was the start of the downfall of this country when it comes to being soft on crime, okay? And that is what happened, and we continue to see a continuation of it. We saw it last night in Philadelphia, and it is something that is really getting under my skin, okay? It's getting under my skin. And honestly, guys, I mean, covering a lot of these videos, covering a lot of these stories, I feel like it's taken some years off of my life, right? In regards to stress, okay? I feel like I'm getting older, right? I'm getting older, okay? Just dealing with some of the news that I have to cover every single day. And this process of long-term stress can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation that damages the collagen structures in the skin and the joints, okay? And again, that could reflect in your skin and make you look older than you actually are. And again, I'm very self-conscious about that. And that is why I am proud to use the collagen from the sponsor of this video, BioTrust. Have you ever wondered why our skin might look leathery as we age? That's because our bodies slowly stop producing the most important nutrient for our skin health, collagen. The result is our skin begins to get a tougher, thicker, and more worn appearance. This can be as noticeable as 10% per decade because that is the rate at which our body stops producing collagen. That is why tens of thousands are turning to this amazing new substance to replenish this diminishing but vital protein. And that is why I love this ageless multi-collagen by BioTrust. It uses the top 5 critically important types of collagen to support skin elasticity, hydration, and bring back that youthful glow. The best part is that it tastes better and is more effective than alternatives such as bone broth. Plus, it is easy to blend into your favorite drink of choice. Most importantly, you can save 53% for this month only. Plus, for a limited time, you'll receive free gifts such as free shipping, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, free VIP live fitness and health coaching for life, and a free ebook titled the 14 foods for amazing skin, all at no extra cost to you. Go to healthwithpatriot.com. That's healthwithpatriot.com, or click the link in the description down below before this once in a lifetime deal sells out.
Oh my mama's happening. Oh my God, mama. Oh my God. Oh my God. God word. Free iPhones. Free iPhones. Free iPhones. Look, security running.
Oh shit, what's up?
Yeah, next.
Yo, listen.
Next. We good now, your son doing fine. You can chill in hood now. Keep your feet up. I'm about to run me some good now. Yo, what's that sound? What's that sound? What's that sound?
That's the
Oh shoot, everybody throwing free iPhones. Let me see the iPhone. Oh my God, I want that. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God, go to the iPad too. They check the iPad too. They check. Oh my God. Oh my God.
phones, bro, y'all gotta break it. That's what they tracking us, bro.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy. Ain't nothing. Oh my God, all these iPhones. And they still going on. Oh my God. Put that shit. Oh my God.
Stores torn apart, looters under arrest. Philadelphia police scrambling through the night as crimes continued across the city. The chaos reached all across Philadelphia, too. Looters ransacking Center City stores first, then police headed to Port Richmond and Northeast Philadelphia as caravans of kids and teens moved fast from location to location.
Here's what we've learned overnight. At least 20 people are under arrest. 2 guns were recovered. At least 1 police car was damaged, and there are no reports of injuries. NBC 10's Randy Gyllenhaal live in Center City near one of the business looted. Randy, police say the looters were taking advantage of a peaceful protest involving the deadly shooting of Eddie Irizarry.
Yeah, police calling these looters criminal opportunists who went out after this peaceful protest had ended, hitting stores like the Lululemon. This is in Rittenhouse Square. It was a busy night. Witnesses report seeing 100 or more teens, young people, even some children ransacking stores. You can see here at the Lululemon merchandise scattered all over the floor, the store torn apart. Police calling this wild group, saying they used a nearby protest as cover to cause chaos. Center City, Philadelphia, multiple stores looted, including the Apple store, roving groups of thieves stealing electronics. Police described caravans of young people driving to stores all over the city, criminal opportunists who took advantage of the large protests last night and the decision by a judge to drop all charges in the police killing of Eddie Irizarry. But authorities say the looting was not related to the protest. That had already ended, and it was disrespectful to the family. And so far, police say they've made at least 20 arrests, recovering 2 firearms amid the looting.
And I just wanted to reiterate that this had nothing to do with the protest. What we had tonight was a bunch of criminal opportunists take advantage of a situation and make an attempt to destroy our city.
It's disrespectful to the Irizarry family and what they're going through right now, and they were at the protest earlier.
NBC 10 found even more looting in Northeast Philly, Port Richmond along Aramingo, and near the Roosevelt Mall. You may recall many of these locations were also hit by looters during the unrest and riots in 2020. Let's take a live look now from Skyforce 10 in Northeast Philadelphia over a Target that was hit by looters. The cleanup will begin today. Police were on scene at least overnight doing some investigations at that Target as well. Authorities believe social media chatter might have contributed to this. Some of the looters even live streaming during the criminal activity, using that peaceful protest as an excuse to hit these stores. As for the extent of the damage, it does not appear as widespread as the riots during 2020, but the cost still unknown. A number of businesses hit in multiple neighborhoods from northeast to north, Center City and West Philadelphia. Police say they'll also use surveillance video to try to track down even more of these suspects. For now, we're live here in Center City. Randy Gyllenhaal, NBC 10 News.
Yeah, so again, there's kind of a lot going on here, okay? If you notice, the looting came after the BLM style protest for Eddie Irizarry, who was shot and killed by police doing what appeared to be a traffic stop. And I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the footage from the protest, and I want to talk about that shooting because, again, this is a pretty interesting situation. Take a look.
They're sitting here like, okay, we're gonna let him go.
Every time these police kill our people, they have these overfed, racist, rotten politicians get on the TV and say, well, we don't mind their protests, but we want them to protest peacefully. But they never say, when you go arrest a criminal, make sure you arrest them peacefully. When you want to knock on the windows of these people that you think might be a criminal, make sure you do it peacefully. That's right. Then they shoot our brothers and sisters down in the street, and they never talk about peacefully. Never. And we tired of it. Come on. And we so past our boiling point. Say his name. Eddie Irizarry. Say his name. Eddie Irizarry. How many more names are we going to add to this list of people who have been murdered at the hands of the Philadelphia police before we say enough is enough? We're tired of saying names. We don't want a list of names anymore. We want our loved ones alive and safe beside us. Eddie should be alive and safe beside us today.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. Now, again, the BLM protest or the BLM style protest, I'm not sure if you can call it BLM because I don't know if this person is actually black, right? He looks like, I don't know, he can be mixed, okay, with something. But regardless, again, it is a BLM style protest. It happened due to the shooting and killing of Eddie Irizarry. Now, what happened was that a judge decided to drop all the charges, including murder charges, against the police officer that was responsible for killing Eddie Irizarry during a traffic stop. The officer's name is Mark Dial. Now, Mark Dial argues that he acted in self-defense when he fired his weapon at close range through the rolled-up driver's side window of Irizarry's sedan on August 14th. Now, I actually watched the body cam footage of this incident, and I gotta tell you guys, it really don't look good for this officer, okay? I mean, I'm just saying the judge dismissed the charges. However, there has been a motion, the district attorney put in a motion to reinstate the charges against Dial. Now, the judge, again, threw it out due to a lack of evidence. But if you look at the body cam footage, I mean, the officer just kind of rolled up to the guy's window, and it seemed like he just started spraying, right, within 5 seconds. Okay, now, again, that's just my interpretation. You guys know I am very pro-police on this channel, but I just call it like I see it. I think what I saw on video was questionable. Now, the cop, the initial story was that Irizarry had got out of the vehicle with a weapon, his knife, and lunged at the officers. However, that turned out to be a lie because the body cam shows that Irizarry was still in his car, and now police are saying, well, we thought that he had a knife or that the knife looked like a gun, and the shooting was in self-defense. So, again, this one right here is questionable, right? And I don't really blame the people who decide to protest over it because, again, this one was questionable, right? But, you know, with that being said, that's still not an excuse to loot and to steal or to riot, okay? Again, they say that the looting had nothing to do with the BLM protest, but, again, who am I to say that we know that for sure considering the history of BLM protests and looting and stealing and rioting that follows these BLM protests, right? Clearly, you have individuals that will take advantage of these protests and then use this as a opportunity to steal or to commit acts of violence, which is what happened in Philadelphia, okay? It is crazy to think about the fact that you can have people committing these crimes on video, but yet they're not getting arrested, right? I think the police only made like 20 arrests. Now, the videos I showed you guys, that's way more than 20 people, right? In a sane world, the people that are recording themselves committing these crimes would be arrested. And you also have way more than 20 arrests when you have mobs of people doing this, okay? We have to get tougher on crime in this country, right? I think that the problem is that when we see a lot of this looting, okay, a vast majority of these people get away with it, right? So it's a calculated decision. They know that, okay, well, some people might get arrested, right? But if I can get in and get out, okay, and get home, then most likely nothing's going to happen to me, right? And that seems to be the case every time this happens, even though, again, we have these individuals on video. I think that what has to start happening is that police need to start going after each and every last one of these people on video and making an example out of them by essentially locking them up and throwing away the key for a long, long, long time, right? Because this stuff is out of control. Again, I understand that there's some people upset about the shooting, but they say, hey, it ain't got nothing to do with the shooting. So if it ain't got nothing to do with the shooting, again, there's no excuses. Even if it did have something to do with the shooting, there's still no excuse for it. These people, again, have to be punished, okay? And until we see consistent punishment and enforcement of our laws, we're going to continue to see this. What we're also going to continue to see is the business exodus that is happening in these liberal cities, okay? And I'm going to talk more about that today. But again, this is what is happening all over the country, right? And as long as these activities are excused, as long as we continue to be soft on crime, this is what we're going to see. And it's not going to change. And also, as long as we continue to have the culture problem that we have in this country, again, you're going to continue to see this type of stuff, you know? But again, hey, according to the left-wing loonies, they were just hungry, right? They were thirsty, right? This is why they was stealing liquor and alcohol, right? They were hungry and they was thirsty. Or, you know, I don't know, they were coping or dealing with the emotional trauma of the Eddie Azari police shooting, right? Or police killing, okay? I'm just saying, maybe that's it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.